Well, hello. Today, I'm going to talk to you about narcissistic personality disorder, the quiet type. There are quiet narcissists. Just like we have quiet borderlines, there are also quiet narcissists. And the reason I bring this up is because there could be someone that people are having private difficulty with that no one else knows about because they see this person and they see sweet and angelic and so kind or just nice and easy to get along with. And I think the reason why narcissism, that term, is thrown around so much all the time is because people are exhausted from dealing with them. I think we have all walked on eggshells in the presence of these people, and now people are just tired of it. But the problem is the person has a personality disorder. It impacts the personality. So when you're tangling with a personality with a disorder, what is it going to equal? It's going to equal difficult, and the person can't help it necessarily. It's not something that it's layered with a million defense mechanisms. It's layered with some unfairness, some unfair situations that probably happened in their childhood. I feel very strongly about that. So the quiet narcissist is going to be very very quiet, very demure. For example, with a female narcissist, they may be very into their looks, even if they don't make statements about it. They may get Botox. They may dress better than everyone else. They might wear a million pieces of jewelry, like over the top everything. That could be a clue. Now, of course, they still have to meet the criteria of the DSM-5. And also, just because you like makeup and like looking nice, that doesn't mean that you're a narcissist. It just means for some people that could be the only clue that a lot of people ever experience, especially with high functioning, quiet narcissists, because they can function okay. It has to be triggered. That's what I've seen. It has to be triggered. There has to be something that creates that acting out behavior. For example, if they have, they're around three friends all the time, and then all of a sudden they feel like these other two are getting a little bit too close for their comfort, and it could be made up, totally made up, because both people might know we're going to give her the most attention because we know that she doesn't really care about anyone except for herself. We know that and it could be a he, we'll say he's going to want to be the exception to the rules when it comes to certain things. Like maybe everyone is expected to stay after work one day in the year, and there's an extra activity that goes on. Well, that person may feel that they're above it and that they're going home. I'm not doing that. And it's like you don't want to tangle with that bear, because once you start tangling with that bear, the people who are around that person all the time, that are the closest, they know that the person can be triggered. And so they're going to walk on eggshells while everyone else is looking at the person like, oh, they're so nice, they're so kind, they're so respectful. So it's kind of like this little secret. Like you have to get this inside peek to see what's really going on. You have to see something actually happen to them that they deem unfair, and then they start acting out. And they may do some things that you feel like, wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense. Like you are tearing up property, but because somebody did something to yours, but now you're tearing up property that doesn't belong to you because someone random did something to you. So they're gonna do some things that aren't fair. You may see them start to shake really, really badly in some moments when it is triggered, and they're not gonna make any sense, but they're shaking, they're mad, they're angry, because I want my way, and I want my way for the people or the things that I'm working with. And you're like, yeah, but we have to make sure that everyone gets ink pens. I don't care about everyone else getting ink pens. I need all the boxes. So when you have to deal up close with these people, you're going to see them get mad or become very impatient when they don't receive special treatment. They are going to have some significant interpersonal problems and feel easily slighted. Like I said, you could be doing things like bringing them breakfast every morning and neglecting other people, and they're still going to see you talking to someone that they really don't like, and they're going to storm off with a tantrum, and they're going to make statements like, you two are against me, and you're thinking, how are we against you? And we're not talking about you. They can react with rage or contempt, or try to belittle other people to make themselves appear superior when it comes to certain things. And like I said, when they are triggered, there's jealousy triggered, or they say, hey, I'm going to have a birthday party and a little gathering, and can you come to it? And you say, well, actually I have a schedule conflict because this and this. Oh my goodness, you're going to pay for that, because they're going to feel like you need to make an exception for me. Even if you're like, but I have a doctor's appointment and you just told me this yesterday, so I can't rearrange it. They're going to have trouble regulating their emotions and their behaviors, not just for that, but for other reasons too. Like, you can feel like, what have I done to you? I have not done anything to you. But you have triggered the bear, and that's it. That is going to be a roller coaster. They can have difficulty with adapting to any kinds of change or stress. So, I've seen that with quiet narcissists, where it's kind of like, let's say you have your little group of 5 that you are teamed up with, that you're having to work with, and you rotate responsibilities, and then there's one responsibility that's going to be a lot tougher, that everybody dreads doing, but they take their turn. When it's the narcissist's turn, the quiet narcissist, who's been sweet and demure, as long as they're not having to do it, they're not gonna have a lot of sympathy or empathy for you when you're the one doing it. But wait until it's their turn. Oh my gosh, they are gonna have a cow. They're gonna start manipulating because they're gonna freak out. They don't want to look bad. They don't want to look dumb. They're gonna try to manipulate you into doing it for them. They're gonna change the rules. So all of a sudden, the things those rules were fine when you were doing it, now those rules are not so cool anymore, because they don't allow me to manipulate and use everyone to make myself look better. So now I'm going to start having some tantrums and acting crazy, and go quote unquote out of character when I don't get my way. And when you're close up with them, you will see that even though they appear to be nice and mannerable and all of this, you're going to learn that they really could care 2 shades about you, except for, their immediate family, or, their children. They may care about them, but they're not going to really care about you and how things impact you. They're going to also do some things, there's a sense of entitlement with people who are narcissists, so they may do some lightweight stealing, like, well, I'm just going to take this whole box because I want it. They are going to get depressed and moody if they fall short of quote unquote perfection, and they may secretly feel vulnerable, humiliated, insecure, and shameful, and it doesn't matter what you do to try to fix it. Once they are in that cycle, it's hard to get them out of it. So you're going to be in a private storm of awfulness that's going to be very difficult for you to explain or get support from other people, because remember, they're quiet about it. they're more sneaky with it. And sometimes they will get people around them who will do their dirty work for them. And so that person will be slamming other people, and then they get to keep their hands clean and look very innocent. So they're going to still do some of the same things that any narcissist will do. They may exaggerate their achievements and talents, or they may not. They may not do that when they're the quiet borderline, but they're gonna take advantage of others to get what they want, and they're gonna expect unquestioning compliance with their expectations and special favors on their behalf. So, like I said, if they're doing something, they're gonna, if you question it or you say, well, I don't think that's a good idea, you got a problem on your hands. So, like us, they may lead, they're still going to have those secret fantasies of success, power, brilliance, and beauty. And, if they're dating someone that they think is subservient to them, they're going to treat them as such. It's kind of like, oh, you're just good for now. They're going to treat you like, like I'm not going to give you much of my time, and don't ask me to do anything unless you have something fun for us to do. I mean, they're just going to be, secretly really rude and just do things, but they're going to be exaggerated in some way. So I hope this helps someone out there to not feel so alone and like you're not going crazy, because like I said, these quiet narcissists, they kind of have a little private party going on around them, and they can turn people against you and make you look like you're horrible when the truth is they're the ones that are incredibly difficult, but they manage to hide it from some people. So just be aware. All right, you guys, if you want to see more videos on narcissism, then give me a thumbs up. Please like the video, share my channel with people. I would really, really appreciate that. And I'll check you out on the next video. Bye, you guys.